On this perfect day, nothing standing in my way. Describing our perfect day at Walt Disney World, plus this week's hot takes. Let's bring back the magic.
Bring back the magic for all to see. Together we'll discover all the joy and glow. In every story, there's a little bit of gold. Join our podcast adventure, let the magic unfold.
Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Bring Back the Magic podcast. This episode is brought to you by Choice Fine Art. These guys are incredible. Check them out on the web at choicefineart.com, where you can shop some Disney cool artwork, some Star Wars things, and even contemporary artists like Matisse, Warhol, or Dali. And it's, you know what? It's pretty amazing. Check them out. Scan the QR code. Go to choicefineart.com. I am one of your hosts. I'm Josh.
And I am his sister Gina. And for those of you just joining us, welcome aboard. If you can see me, that means you are watching this on YouTube. And on YouTube, we would love you to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a minute of the magic. But if you can only hear me, that means you're probably listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, where you can follow our channel and get notified for new episodes. As always, we appreciate your comments. We love hearing what you think of the episode. So please chime in and let us know what you thought.
Yeah, we're needy.
Good.
Give us compliments.
If it's good. Yeah. Also reviews. We do really appreciate reviews. I was just saying that today, that I feel like I need to take a day.
I mean, the good ones.
Yeah, but I need to take a day and just like map out and take the time to show reviews for our favorite Disney small shops, for our favorite Disney podcasts, because it really does mean a lot when you can get those reviews from friends. People do count on that.
Oh, definitely. I was just saying today, because I finished up listening to Sarah's podcast from the UK. I absolutely adore her because she has such a soothing way of speaking. And of course, the accent helps,
also,
always
her
does.
Little jingle is so cute.
It is.
Magic every day.
Yeah, that was stuck in my head as a little earworm, and I was like,
it's so cute. As the king and queen of earworms, we can appreciate it. But yes, magic every day. Check that out also on Spotify.
Yeah, on Spotify. She does a great job. I like that. You can tell she does a lot to prepare for it. And it's all factual things
that she gave us on the second.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Get you, and it shows you what you're doing all this for. You know, it's not for adoration. It's for the fact that you're like, it's a community, it's friendship, and it's the people you love. Like, it's like when you hear things, it's unexpected. You're like, oh, wow, this is so nice. But she is very genuine, and we appreciate Sarah very much. And you know, it's funny because we talk about friends. And as this episode airs, the Thursday it airs, which will be May, what is that? What is this day for? 7th? May 7th, I guess it would be when this airs. That'll be 1 week until the people can pick up their stuff for registration at Festival of Friends. Can you believe it's already here already?
Crazy. Also, today is, as we're recording, May the 4th.
It is May the 4th. And May the 4th be with you. It always makes, if you say that, it always sounds like everyone has a list.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with
and
you.
Tomorrow's Revenge of the 5th. Revenge of the 5th.
Revenge of the 6th.
Revenge of the 5th. Actually,
Yeah.
I guess Revenge of the 6th would make more sense than Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I
the
guess it could
5th
go
and
either way.
6th. Yeah, it's
5th and 6th, but 6th and 6th also. So maybe you could get 2 days.
I don't know. Star Wars taking over everything. Yeah, so that's great.
And Stitch. Revenge of the Stitch.
Of course.
May the Stitch.
Of course.
Of course.
My back. I've been dealing with back issues, so my back has been killing me. And hopefully I stay awake through this entire podcast because I'm hopped up on Flexerol. And I'm like, you'll see some point Gina starts talking, I start nodding out. Don't say anything soothing.
It'll be just like when we're on one of our lives. Have you
I gotta do
taken
something.
them? Did you take them yesterday too, or just today, the first day?
Oh, I had take steroids yesterday, not like for the strong steroids, but the ones that clear up infection steroids.
Because for me, when I have to take a muscle relaxer for my neck, if I take them 2 days in a row, the second day doesn't have the impact the first day. The first day, I'm like, oh, George, see you next Thursday.
No, I took mine because like they tell you to take like the steroid things like all at once, even though they tell you like here, one's here, then do this throughout the day. They're like, just take them all at once. So like today I was like, I'll just take the first one. I'm like, forget it.
I know the doctor's like, screw what the pharmacist says. Just
so like, don't read that pesky pass and stay away from those side effects when you're at it because those things are dumb. Yeah. Only stupid people read. Yeah. So
also, I just remembered this show was rated TV-14.
I hate myself.
Not that we said anything.
And if you're watching at home and listening, this TV program It's rated TV-14. So keep it clean for TV-14. And hopefully one day I'll actually remember my own
You
shtick.
do well. You do well. You got, first of all, you're on muscle relaxers, so it already impresses me that you got it all. Remember last week when it was just my show and we kicked it? It was just me on the screen. I listened to it on Spotify and I was laughing because obviously you can't tell
don't know
what
what
it is.
happened.
It's like the theme song ends and then you just hear
I was
me
like, I
bust
hate
out
you.
laughing out of nowhere. And I was like, but that's why everyone should just listen on all platforms. You should give us 3 views.
You
and
need to
forever.
listen. That way we
need
triple
that.
our
Yes,
viewership.
we need it, guys. We need your money, people.
You ever look at analytics on certain sites? And I looked on ours one, it says -2 listeners. I go, we lost people. We lost people.
Well,
Man,
that's
we're doing
crazy.
something wrong.
That's crazy about social media. When you look how many people you lose, and it's like, are they bots? Or are they people like legit unfollowed?
Yeah.
Here's the problem. For someone who does social media 100% of the time,
Yeah.
like the way that you know tech and I don't know anything about this, social media I'm obviously dialed into. It's because they limit how many people you can follow. It's not generally people unfollowing you because they don't like your content. Some will. But generally it's because you are limited to 7,500 people you can follow on Instagram, which we're creeping up on that. Especially when you do follow for follow events and you're trying to build in the beginning.
It's funny that we
And
follow more
TikTok
people
only
than people
10,000.
follow us.
Yeah, but that's how it works because
Yeah.
people have unfollowed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like that's how it happens. We haven't unfollowed as many people as unfollowed us because they need space. And that's dumb. I don't understand why they have to limit how many people
Yeah,
you
we're a
follow.
hoot.
Like people can follow you as much as they want. Why do they have to limit how many people you follow? Because I see something, I'm like, oh crap, now it becomes like, is this gonna like, is it worthy of the seat at the table? Because not because
I'm
we're
gonna have to see if I
special.
can squeeze you in that friends
It
list.
is. It sucks. It
You may not make
sucks.
the cut. Okay, do you remember back when, like, on Facebook and people be like, I'm clearing out, so if you're gone off this, you must. I'm like, why are you announcing it? Just delete people. You don't
I
need to
love the
make a
ones. I love
formal
the ones-
exit.
I love the ones where someone's like, I'm unfollowing you, and people are like, this isn't an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. Well, what I was gonna say is, as much as I appreciate all the community engagement things, sometimes what's a challenge is when people do the one that says comment and then follow back everyone who likes. Because the problem is, everyone who likes my comment may not be a Disney account.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes there's somebody who's following a Disney page, but isn't necessarily a Disney page. So if this was my personal account, I wouldn't care who was following. But when we're like the podcast account, we're trying to limit it to Disney content. And you only have 7,500, which I know sounds like a lot, but it's really not a lot. When
No,
you've
so
been on for a
like the
year.
Disney content space or creator space is the most saturated in all the market because everybody wants to be in it. It's fun. Everyone
Besides
loves
Steve.
Disney. And the people that don't like Disney, I mean, do you really want to hang out with these people anyway? The gripey ones are like, oh, you're talking about Disney. Well, what, do you not like fun? I once had somebody, won't name names, but come back to like, oh, they were too nice there. Too nice? What did you expect? Here's your effing ticket. There you go.
Some people are so miserable that they can't fathom that there's such a thing as someone being nice with no ulterior motive.
Like, what are you
They
trying to
have
get?
to like, oh, that person.
You to
is a-
smile? Maybe.
Yeah, no, they can't
Yeah.
fathom it. But I do feel like a good episode, because I was having this conversation with Callie today, is like things that people who aren't Disney fans wouldn't understand. Like things that we all understand in the Disney community
Mhm.
that when you try to talk to someone who's outside the community wouldn't understand. Like I'll give you a quick example. Like we were talking about our outfits for Festival of Friends, and I was like, oh, well, knowing what I know about your wardrobe, because I know a lot of her Disney wardrobe, because obviously she posts a lot of her small shop. I was like, you could actually wear this with this and this, is like knowing my friend's Disney wardrobe, or little things like, well, you're not going to wear something with Spaceship Earth on it to Animal Kingdom. Like a Disney fan.
I'm judging your Disney ensemble.
but a
you are
non-
not in the right park
Just to be
for
clear,
this.
Callie wasn't going to do that. But I'm just saying, unless you're park hopping, people will be like, well, why would you wear Spaceship Earth to now? Not to say that people who show up in Disney and do that. The average Disney goer is just going to go, I'm wearing Disney. Who cares? Yeah, and that is fine. No one's kicking you out. But if you're like a diehard Disney fan, you make choices like that. You go,
Yeah.
what is my Epcot outfit? What is my Magic Kingdom outfit? My studio. So those are things that outside the Disney world people really wouldn't get. But it's kind of how I feel about people.
I
wearing
found one
Ravens.
of my shirts I made. I'll give you, I won't say which one it is, but it's an all over print that I made that I will be wearing to Epcot
Oh,
the day
I
of
know which one
Epcot.
it is. I love that shirt. Also, Kate.
Spoiler alert, somebody bit off of me too on that thing.
Kate, I don't think you invented it. It was the print was there just because you made it into a shirt.
No. What I did with an all over print, that didn't exist before I did it.
Yeah, but Dick, I didn't necessarily know you. That's like somebody could have just done it on their own.
Side story. They knew me because they saw it on 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 X because I commented on the thing. I said that was great when I came up with this a year ago, and they're like, doo-doo, like this. So yeah.
So Caitlin went on to buy her Baseline Besties shirt, and she was like, "Is the Bigfoot shirt gone?" I was like, "I love that Caitlin was." I said that was a limited time only. The Bigfoot shirt is no longer on there, but she was going to buy the Bigfoot shirt to wear. The Bigfoot is a tribute to our friend Stephanie, who, by the way, has big feet. So it's a very clever name.
She's still looking for shoes to wear. Maybe she'll just go
I'm
barefoot.
excited to see. I'm excited to see everybody at Festival of Friends. It really is just going to be the vibes that we have from the group chat that we have on Instagram right now. It's just
I'm stoked.
Fun.
So it's
so fun.
It is a week away from our registration night, and I couldn't be more happy.
Yeah.
But there's some things that may not necessarily make everyone happy, and they call them hot takes. So it's crackling. Yeah. So hot takes. What do we got for hot takes this week?
My hot take has been touched on before, but I feel exceptionally like I need to say it now. I really feel pressed to say it now. Is that Halloween is too freaking long at Walt Disney World. How do you give Satan more time than you give the Lord? Okay. Literally the devil's holiday. Sorry for all of you. This is why it's a hot take. For all of you that love Halloween, I don't hate Halloween, but
this is Halloween.
It legit is a devil's holiday, okay? Let's all be real. It is that. Be mad at me, cancel me. I don't care. But yes,
foolish mortal
gets more time than the Lord's birthday than Jesus' holiday. And don't act like only Christians celebrate Christmas, okay? But the fact that now they just announced the Not So Scary is starting August
next week.
7th. That means you're really essentially getting all of August, all of September, all of October. And the Lord Festival of Holidays doesn't start till November 28th, right? So at Epcot, you're getting that. Now, they do start some of the Magic Kingdom stuff the beginning of November, but there's no reason why we can't stop Food and Wine a little earlier, right? Like mid-October, no one would cry because Food and Wine was the best festival when it was the only one. Mid-October and start Festival of the Holidays November 1st. Everything should start November 1st. Like it used to be. The day after Halloween immediately is Christmas. It should be that way. And for those of you who disagree, I'm sorry that you don't love Jesus. I'm sorry you don't care about your Savior. And that is why that's a hot take. But I'm sorry. It bothers me to no end. I love costumes. I enjoy Halloween. It's fun. But who the heck is saying, you know what we need in August? Halloween. What? There's not even pumpkins growing yet in August. God's sake.
You know what you need in August? A fan, because it's hot in Florida.
Well, that's something people were saying. They're going,
costumes
who's going to want to wear a big old thick costume August 7th in Florida? But that is like... Makes no sense.
I'm with you. It doesn't make sense, the length of that.
So I'm going to die on that hill. But you know who's going to save me? Jesus. He knows. I'm on his side. Apologize for what? That's not blasphemy. That's fair.
My sister's jokes. No, I'm just kidding. So me, I will go for a hot take. I don't think it's a hot take. I think this is a known thing, and I've touched on it. Yeah, it's lukewarm. So I feel like there's no effort put in to annual pass merchandise.
Oh yeah.
And just let me roll with this. So from the point of them designing things, it's like the most basic of all things. I was gonna put up a little graphic of like a shirt with a piece of loose leaf paper staple and said annual pass holder. But here the new shirts have arrived, because that's all it feels like. That's all it is. It's like it's just this simplified garbage. But if you look at other things that are in a bigger category, like Club 33, I've compared it to it. Club 33's merch, obviously they pay a fortune for it. It's incredible. Like all of it is. Like everything they make is like so incredibly intricate, nice and all. You could do the same things. There's no cost difference if you did it for the annual pass holders, because they're paying a premium. I'm like, these people are like, you get like the Incredipass, like $1,800 to $2,000 now, basically when you get all things together. And it makes no sense to me. I was like, I love being an annual pass holder. I'd love for it to have something. They just released some of the new stuff, and I went off about popcorn bucket, because I was like, this is the same lame popcorn bucket you can get on the Disney Cruise Line. That's just a simple popcorn bucket. It's like if you had the world's most, I guess, simple pail or whatever on the beach to make a sandcastle, this would be it. You're like, yeah, we can use this one. Don't care about it. And I was like, why can't you do something? Yeah, it's a cute little design, but it's not cute enough. But you have other things like here's Cinderella's coach, whatever else. You're like, You couldn't make something into a shape, or even like a Mickey that's like an annual pass holder, like holding something. They would sell, and you could sell them for more. You could say pass holder exclusive and sell them for $30 and not 14, and still sell a ton of them. And that's what I think Disney's missing on that. And that's my hot take. I just don't think they've ever come out with anything good for pass holders. I'm like, it all looks, I don't mind the new pass holder logo, like just with the, like, like the little D thing or whatever, and it's got, Mickey in there. That's cute. But everything seems so simple. And I just wish they would give a little bit more attention to detail. And like I said, small shops do a better job than Disney does in making and creating some really cool materials. And like they should be upping their game. So I digress, but that's how I feel about it. I don't know how you feel.
It's giving freebie.
Yeah.
It's giving, I signed up for solar panels. I got this t-shirt. It's
Yeah.
not, it doesn't cost any more to make a better design.
No.
You're printing the shirt no matter what the design is on it. So it's not like it costs, oh my God, it's too expensive to make a good design. And you know how I feel about everything going millennial gray and overly simplified. It just feels boring and whatever. And there's a place for simplicity. So I 100% agree with you. I feel like you just said, why wouldn't you make a really cool pop? Nothing that's sitting on someone's shelf. Someone's not going to go, oh, you must be an annual pass holder. They're not going to notice anything.
Yeah, I'm
The
not saying make it solid gold or anything, but I
the
mean, make it
shirts,
cool
Make
looking.
it special because it doesn't, Disney is the worst loyalty program in the history of the world for the people that are the most loyal. Like it doesn't reward. So again, even if if these were free with
Yeah.
your annual pass, but even then it doesn't have to be ugly. And I'm not saying if somebody's wearing that, it's like, oh, that's right. It's giving like something.
You're onto something. You know what it should be? Annual pass holder, buy the popcorn bucket, and unlimited popcorn for the year.
Yeah, because what does freaking popcorn cost?
Not enough to pay for the fireworks, apparently.
No.
But that's, like I said, I digress too.
No, I'm with you. I absolutely agree with you.
You know what? Before we get into our main topic, how much time? Yeah, before we get into our main topic, let's open up these little mystery zooms.
I just want to remind everybody.
Or you're
of our
gonna open
new-
you're gonna do the trading card or the zoom?
Oh, zoom.
Okay.
This is my new mascot. I'm trying to come up with a cute name for him. So comment below if you have a good name for our
He looks like Deadpool's
Picasso.
dog.
Yeah, Picasso Pluto. Fun fact though, or not fun fact, but just a regular fact, is that Bullseye Toy did contact me and say that they would send me a replacement. I have not yet received such replacement, but they did say that they would.
Nice.
Now, that's not for nothing.
So these are the I've had these forever. We're talking years. I've had these mystery things. They're zooms.
Zoom.
So they're little tiny things you can get. Let's
There's
see.
15 different designs.
Joy, Shock, Timon, Lotso, Lock, Lilo,
I'm going to hope
Goofy,
for...
Perry, Sadness, Zero, Tigger, Rapunzel, Ursula, Bullseye, and Baymax.
I
You know who's
swear-
not on here, Gina?
Stitch.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm going to hope for Rapunzel because I like her little one. I think it looks cute.
There's little crackly. ASMR.
Timon is also adorable.
I'm gonna open mine up.
Okay.
It's that way. I'm like essentially. I don't know because I'm gonna have to.
Mine's already open.
All right. So I'm opening mine, and oh joy,
Oh, you got Joy?
I got Joy. So
She's so much tinier than I thought.
so
it
they
was gonna
all
be.
look like the pill bug or something like that.
It's so tiny.
Yeah.
Why did I think it was going to be the size of these little like?
Yeah. So they're like little tiny things you can see in the
Can you?
little deal.
But can you see it? Okay.
Can you see my zoom?
Okay.
zoom?
I got.
Did you get Rapunzel? Yes.
I did. Everything's going my way. I did. She's got her little boat, and that's so funny.
This is kind of cute, but also kind of ugly.
Oh,
Sorry, Joy.
I've got Rapunzel, and I've got her little boat and her little lantern. Oh my God. How's she getting in there? Maybe she lays this way. Maybe she lays this way. And then I think this.
I don't know, but they
maybe clips in
crafted
here.
this so that I couldn't get into it with my big ass hands.
TV 4D. Okay. There's
What is this thing?
a thing in here, but I can't get it to go in. Okay. Defect. Oh, wait. No, maybe it's this part. This part goes in here. Okay. No?
All right, I'm jamming this together here. And it
She's
comes
not
with a couple
Going,
balls.
guys, if you're listening, this is what's happening, right?
Yeah.
The thing is that I don't understand why it doesn't go in there. Like there's a space to put her lantern. Oh, wait. It goes like this, I think.
Oh, so this
That's why.
is how
there we
she
go.
is. So it's got a little thing, and she's got little jubbly things. I don't know.
They're little giblies, as Evan would say. Her giblies. This is actually very cute. I can't believe I got the one I wanted.
Yay!
I don't
more
really have
crap.
anything Rapunzel on my desk in the studio. I've got Aurora. I've got Bambi, whoever that guy is, Groot, Joy, Zero.
Got too
Mickey.
much. She's got too much.
Yeah.
All right. So what we were going to talk about. Here's the conversation for us. It's going to be, what is the perfect day at Walt Disney World?
Yeah.
Go park by park or whatever. If you had to get up, you're planning the perfect day at Magic Kingdom. Let's say you just got into town or whatever, and I'll just give you this scenario. Like you unpacked, or let's rewind a little bit. You're leaving, you're at the airport. Okay, you're at the airport. You just got into Disney World. You touched down. What is that perfect first day?
What time is it?
Let's see. It is 9 a.m. You took the early flight. Is this going to be like Phenomenon where you're going to ask me a bunch of questions like John Travolta did? And he's like, well, if you want to be specific, and he goes off and
No,
I thought that's where
it
you were
does
going.
matter.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I
generally-
get that, but it's reminding me of the scene where he's like, okay, name all the mammals. Okay, this. He's like,
Yeah.
if
I
this
love that
train
movie.
leaves
that movie
here.
made me cry so hard in the theater. I loved that movie.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was
Um,
really- Ow, my freaking-
So you land at 9 a.m. at MCO.
Where am
What
I
is
staying?
where does that perfect for? That's up to you because it's your perfect first day.
Okay, well, if I'm staying, my perfect, obviously, as you know, would be the Grand Floridian. Perfect trip for me if I could plan it start to finish perfect. I would be actually maybe if there's no limits here,
Concierge.
I would be staying, yes, club level at the Grand Floridian because I haven't done that in a very, very, very long time. So
I have
obviously
not
with
done that ever.
DVC Well, you weren't on those trips. Okay, sorry about your luck. But I do love DVC. It's a crux because I love the layout of the one bedroom. I love that extra space. I love being in like what feels like a little cute apartment.
Mhm.
But because I haven't done club level there in a very, very long time, there's something to be said for doing that. But maybe perfect would be being in the DVC building. So let's go back to a one bedroom at the although I do love the Grand Villa, but who am I with? It doesn't matter. Okay, so DVC, Grand Floridian. That's where we start.
Okay.
So if I get there and I can drop off my bags, I would probably go to Gasparilla and grab something to eat. Although after our last trip when we ate at the Grand Floridian Cafe, which I hadn't in years, I really did enjoy that. So maybe I'd stop there and have something to eat because they're open for breakfast, right?
Look, cafe.
Yeah,
Complete so.
I think so. So I'd grab a little
Yeah, yeah.
breakfast there. My bags are set. And then I'd head over to Magic Kingdom just because for me, it's vicinity.
Closer. Yeah.
It's vicinity. But also,
Would you walk or would you take the monorail? Monorail.
again, sorry to be John Travolta, but this really depends who I'm with. If I'm with mom, I've got to take the monorail. If it's me and
She gets
Mozzie, we
pushed.
would walk. We would definitely walk. Because I
It's a
think
nice
fun.
option now, though, too.
I also just feel like in general, in life, and I say this to Missy all the time because, with her doing luxury vacation bookings and stuff. And to me, luxury isn't as much about price as it can be about pace. Because in our regular lives, one of the big things that we all do is speed up, get it done. And there's this insane pace to keep up. So on a vacation, if my vacation feels like go, and you've said that too, it's like, it's not a vacation at that point. It feels like just more work. Now, that doesn't mean I just want to sit around and do nothing, but the pace and sometimes what I love about at Disney, that these resorts have now afforded you the ability to walk to where you're going. I know not everybody's able to do that, but when you can walk now to the Magic Kingdom, it feels like it just makes your vacation a little longer because you're slowing down and taking in these moments, taking in the scenery, taking in the sights, the sounds, the smells. I love that. So that would be a perfect day to me. If it's nice weather, not crazy hot, and walking to Magic Kingdom, maybe I get a little something that I can carry with me. Are there any to-go beverages? Even if it's an iced coffee.
Remember, this is your day. Nothing that I'd say would have any bearing.
No, I
on this.
wasn't
You're
asking
saying
your
this.
opinion.
Yeah.
I was saying,
Are there beverages? Yeah. There's
Yeah,
everything you want because it's your perfect
But
scenario.
my perfect scenario, like that would be like being like, oh, I'm going to stay in Cinderella Castle. Like I want it to be realistic.
But it's your but I'm saying it's your perfect picture.
Okay, me and
perfect
Henry
day.
Cavill are staying
Yeah.
in the honeymoon suite.
I'm just saying, if everything went as planned and you had a perfect plan for your perfect day, this is
Right,
what
but
it would
I'm
be.
saying realistically, as in what's available. I can't be like, I don't want to plan something.
If everything fell into place, it's saying like you got all the reservations you wanted at the
Yeah.
different restaurants you wanted to visit.
No, I get all that, but I was saying, do they have to go cocktails at the Grand Floridian? I'm trying to plan based on what is actually a thing, not inventing
Oh,
something
yeah.
new. That's
Well,
what I meant.
Maybe you should know when your perfect day scenario.
I don't because I've never taken a cocktail, I think, on the go there. I mean, obviously Gasparilla does. So if you were walking, it's probably frowned upon, but you could walk. You just couldn't take it in the park, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
You
But
can't
that
take
doesn't
it
matter. I don't have to. I'll get an iced coffee and then I'd walk to Magic Kingdom and then be low crowds. My perfect day would be the lowest, like old school 1990s pre-festival, low crowds. That is off season, comfortable weather. That is like already making it my perfect day.
Mhm.
Another thing that makes it my perfect day is who I'm with. Like I want to be with people that are in their spirit. They're not tied into their cell
I don't
phone.
come into this, does it?
You
Do I?
do.
Oh, okay.
But it's
So-
like, and your family. It doesn't mean something that's like, everyone's into their phones and everyone like, I don't want that. I want to go back to the era.
oh,
My
the
perfect
disconnect is
day
good.
would be no cell phones. As much as even in our industry, we do content creation and that's super fun. But my perfect day would be nobody's on their phones. That would
Mhm.
already make it perfect.
Yeah.
Being engaged with my son, being with family, making old school memories, that already off the top makes it the perfect day for me. Nice weather, great company, low crowds, no tech. I will start there.
Yeah. Well, I think for it to be perfect, it's an ideal scenario, so that would roll into it. Try to think on me like what would be perfect. I think staying wise, since you asked,
I did just
I know,
stop
I know,
talking.
I know. That's what I said. Since you asked, I would probably be staying at Polynesian.
Mhm.
So I love the vibe there. I love the
Yeah.
fact that it's just got that. I love anything that's tiki, Hawaiian, that kind of deal. I would love it. I don't know what time Pineapple and I opens, but I would definitely grab a Dole Whip while there at some point. I don't even mind little what was it, Captain Cook's or whatever it is. That's the quick service there. I want to say it's called that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Captain and Kona Cafe has a great breakfast.
Kona Cafe is great. Tonga toast and all that stuff that's there. Yeah.
Mhm.
That might be something to do if calories don't count.
Yes. And they have the little walk up there that has the coffees and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
So I would go the same thing as you, but I might opt my perfect first day. I would actually go over to Epcot, even though I was staying at the swing. There's like, of course,
Somebody's mowing their lawn.
of course, the opportune time for the idiot who mows my lawn to come by. Anyway,
Keeping the
thanks.
studio.
This is off the cuff,
shipshape.
guys. Go away, damn it, Tim. This dick. Anyway, don't you know what I do? When do you
Poor
start coming
Tim.
on
Poor
Mondays?
Tim just doing his job.
Anyway, I don't like Tim. I'm just kidding.
Hope Tim doesn't watch the podcast.
I doubt it. Anyway,
No one does.
anyway, Tim aside. So
Your
I would go over to
perfect day,
Epcot because
Tim.
I love just walking around Epcot Center. Like I love that, going from country to country, just grabbing little bites to eat. I would probably try to get a reservation for San Angel to go sit and have my queso fundido. I would just go in there, probably have a cucumber margarita, have my queso fundido, and have heartburn because it would eventually set in anyway. But I'd walk around there, probably go through and just kind of, I don't know, like me getting on things is the biggest thing in my plan there. But if I could stomach it, I'd love to get on Guardians, but I don't always have the stomach for it because
Yeah.
I get motion sickness. And I think Guardians is an incredible ride. I'd probably go over, I'm still, even though I'm not loving the current iteration of it, I would go to Journey into Imagination. I get on that. I go into the land, get on Soarin'. And ideally, if it's a perfect day, these things have low wait times.
That's what I'm saying. That's top of my list to what makes.
I would do that. I would go single rider on Test Track. This is just my first day, and we'll just kind of lump it into my perfect day scenario for Epcot. But I would go Test Track, and then I'd go over to Guardians and get on that. Now, hoping I get Conga because that's the best one. The best. People say it's great. I don't know. It's great. The best song. But I would go over to Space 220 and go to the lounge.
Yeah,
I would sit
I
there
like
in the
that.
lounge, maybe grab a small little bite, probably like their buffalo cauliflower and like a specialty drink. I grab up in the lounge, get out of there, and then go around, just walk around the park and enjoy it because I love sightseeing and I love just people watching. Not in a creepy, like old man way, but like in a way of, hey, this looks fun. These people are having a good time. Or like, what is this person wearing? Hey, that's cool, Disney bound, that kind of deal. Or like, why is that guy staring at me? And he's thinking, why am I staring at him? And there's a whole back and forth between us. So I would do that and then probably try to schedule like because what did I eat already? I ate my queso fundido, but I'm not quite stuffed yet. So I'd probably stop by Lotus Blossom and get some orange chicken because I can't avoid doing that. And I would definitely, like all other times after that, stop in Germany, get my Franziskaner, Hefeweizen beer, and chug a couple of those real quick. And then I'd probably be good to go to try to walk around, do some things until dinner time, which dinner, if I'm already over near Epcot, I think in my ideal first day, I'd either probably opt to eat on the boardwalk or somewhere obviously in the park. But I think boardwalk wise, I might even try to go back to either Flying Fish or Trattoria Al Forno. And actually, I'll be honest, between the two, I'd probably end up going to Trattoria Al Forno. And I like their Italian. I think it's pretty decent. I know Il Molino people might favor more, but I actually like Trattoria Al Forno because I can get like a hot olive kind of little appetizer thing in there. I was like, yeah,
Service was very nice there.
it is. It's a solid meal. So I'm like, I have no
I
problem with
think
that.
for me, like this is what's so we were just talking about, like Disney people, if you know, you know. It's so hard to nail down anything. It's like we joke back to that episode where you were like, what's the best time of year? I was like, I have two. No, I have three. No, I have two.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
That's
to
hard
nail
when you're
it down.
called the
Because
carpet
for
on it.
me, like if I was on a Disney adults trip, yes, Epcot would be my go-to because going around the countries is much more fun with adults.
Yeah.
When I think of my perfect day, my son has to be there and he's 9 years old. That's got to be. And ultimately, it would be my whole family there. That would make it the most perfect. My whole entire family there together. I know I sound like dad, but my whole entire family there together. And we're strolling around. So it could be Epcot, but I feel like for the kids, Magic Kingdom allows for more things because more and more Epcot is becoming rides that disqualify people and they can't get on because they have contraindications. So there's something I always say about there is no Walt Disney World without Magic Kingdom though. So even though I love Epcot, I used to love MGM, I enjoy Animal Kingdom, but like Magic Kingdom is the heartbeat of Walt Disney World. So going in there and there's just, you feel Walt's presence so much more there. So if it's going on People Mover, it's going on Carousel of Progress, and then it's like a couple people get together and get on Buzz Lightyear and get competitive on that. And then it's like,
Oh,
oh, okay, we're going to get on Pirates together because you can fit a large group together in one boat. And then it's like Haunted Mansion and me yelling at you to leave me alone on that ride and not banging on my cart or reaching in and grabbing my, arm. But that is a very open to close kind of experience. Like going in, there's so many places to go and sit. Like you can go and be like, let's go sit in Country Bears, let's go. Maybe someone's into the Hall of Presidents. Let's go sit in Phil Har
Who did we?
Magic. Let's
Wait a
go
minute. Who
sit
did
in-
we bring along with us that's really into the Hall of Presidents?
Nobody.
How'd that
But
enter into your
let's go
perfect
sit in
scenario?
let's go sit in the Tiki Room. Let's go sit in Enchanted Tales with Belle. There's lots of places you can just go sit and relax and take a load off. And a lot of the
What
rides.
if one of those people are like, let's get on Mission Space? You're like, well, you're not here anymore.
But sorry,
Loser.
America. But I just feel like that to me but really my perfect day, other than the fact that our children wouldn't be there, is late 80s, early 90s, because I would have picked Epcot if it was Future World. I would have
Yeah.
picked MGM if MGM was MGM. Right
Yeah.
now, the
I'd love to go
park
back in the
that has
heyday of that.
remained the most, even with the big changes like losing Mark Twain's Riverboat, the most stay true to its concept is Magic Kingdom. Because even Animal Kingdom, they're starting to phase out the actual animals and putting more IPs in there. And so that's even losing a little bit of its true concept. So Magic Kingdom just feels like it's meant for the whole family, like it was supposed to.
Well, I wasn't completely done on my Epcot thing.
I wasn't done when I stopped with my first thing. I was just giving you time.
Okay,
If
no,
I
that's what
sat
I'm
and
saying. I'm
did
just
my
saying,
whole
I
thing-
have one more thing to add to it.
Yeah, I thought we were
So,
going back and forth.
After my dinner, going back, you can watch the fireworks and all Epcot, and then the perfect day at the end of it, they announced it was the last day of Mission Space and it's closing forever. You're like, to bring anything else,
Yes.
Mission Bathroom.
Yes.
I'm like, seriously, a huge toilet would be a much bigger.
Love at Epcot just walking back to the boardwalk though. Epcot is for me the best if I'm staying.
Well, the boardwalk resorts in general are probably my favorite places to stay in Disney
So
because the
much there.
convenience of being able to walk to Hollywood Studios and to Epcot. And not much the fact you walk to Epcot, you can still take the monorail from Epcot over to the Transportation Ticket Center and go to something in Magic Kingdom. So you can really, if you time it right and during the day, you can do all this
Feels
stuff.
like you could see yourself like if that was a development you lived in, whether it was yacht, beach, or boardwalk, being like, oh, let's pop over across the water and go like Mom and I, me and Mozzie. I don't like to make a dinner reservation on the day I get there because you never know, flight delays, whatever. So we usually do something like, okay, what's your walk up weight? And so me, Mom, and Maz were staying at the boardwalk, and I was like, let me just see what's available on the loop. And Yachtsman Steakhouse had like a reservation.
That's a good steakhouse.
And I really enjoyed it. It was so perfect because we just like, oh, great. We can hop the boat across or we can, walk, whatever. And we just went over and had a really lovely dinner. And I like that. I like that feeling sometimes because, again, we have the luxury of going to Disney as often as we do.
Yes.
The once in a while person doesn't have this luxury. I understand. But just being able to be like, because again, luxury is about pace. And so being like, where do we want to grab tonight? You know what? Let's just stroll over there. Let's just sit out. And it feels very neighborly and at home-ish where you're like, this feels like I live here. And I'm like, oh yeah, let's go hit that little local joint across the way, Yachtsman Steakhouse.
Yeah,
Or let's
I've
go
heard
grab
of
some drinks at El Molino. Let's go hit up karaoke. Let's go try Amare. Like it
Mhm.
feels, when I'm at the boardwalk, I feel the most like I live there.
Mhm.
And that's because, again, since 98, that's been our home resort.
Yeah, no, Boardwalk's very convenient. I love the feel of that. I also maintain my thing with when it comes to yacht and beach. I feel like they're stuffier than Grand Floridian is. I feel more relaxed at Grand Floridian going in there as far as it being a luxury resort. I feel like Grand Floridian is not as stuffy as those two are. I feel it's more approachable. But I feel like when you go through, maybe it's because it's not a grand entrance way, but it's like also like people come in there, it's more like polo shirts and stuff. And you're like, where's this to Disney? But
Very Hamptons.
yeah, it's very, very much that kind of vibe. And it's always booked up because the DVC stuff, people book that out and they're like, can barely find availability unless you're very much to the day that you're trying to book it. Uh, that aside, I'd say another perfect day scenario for me would be if I was going to Hollywood Studios and I got up and I was able to make it in there, whether it was like Hollywood and Vine or something, do like a character breakfast or something there, because it's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's life changing, but it's about similar to what you would get at Crystal Palace,
Mhm.
kind of the same kind of buffet. You go in there. I'm not all the way thrilled with the characters they have there because a lot of times like Doc McStuffins or something like that, and I'm like, she could Doc McStuff it because I'm like, I don't need her in here.
Dick.
I'm like, I just don't get it. I'm like, it's very Disney Junior, obviously.
I mean, that's literally.
Yeah. So, but I'm like, okay, you got certain characters. I'd rather just be like Fab Five kind of thing. You come out there and do whatever. But go through there. Mickey's Runaway Railway, do that one. The classics, like I don't know if I'm like a big fan of Tower of Terror anymore. Like as far as like the drops in my stomach, I feel like I've got old. I've gotten a little crankier about people jostling me around, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to throw up. I
You're
definitely don't want to get on it after I went to Hollywood and Vine. I don't, because I want everybody. I don't want everybody, covered in powdered eggs. Like, no, sorry, but as far as that place goes, I never get to get on like the things I really want because the line's too long. Like Slinky Dog, I love that ride. I just will not wait an hour and a half for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's only probably one ride that I will wait a very, very long time for in Disney, and that is Flight of Passage. I'm like, I will wait for that one because I think it's the most fantastically done ride because it's very immersive. As long as you don't look to the side and see them ruin the
I
magic.
wait for Rise too, just because it's a long ride. That's one of the few that you're like, this is a lengthy ride. It's not like super
I
short.
love Mom's reaction on that. That was hysterical.
Yeah,
When
she
it
was
like
so
clicked
cute.
in, she's like, ah! Like that.
I
She's like,
know.
what? So that was pretty
Yeah.
funny. But I think as far as Hollywood Studios goes, I still maintain that I love sci-fi. I don't love it for the food. I just love it for the ambiance.
Same.
I feel like if they could do something to the menu and get more creative there. But back when it first opened, it wasn't. The food was decent. It wasn't like
I
blow
loved
you
it.
away.
It was my favorite burger.
Yeah, they had like a
ever.
backyard, but they had the one that had the hot dog on it and all this stuff. It was like
It was my
the
favorite
barbecue burger or
anywhere.
whatever.
And if somebody who loves burgers, that's saying a lot. But anywhere, I was like, that's my favorite burger anywhere. I love that burger.
Okay.
And that last two I've had have just been meh.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
nothing
how you
right
screw
home.
that
Like
up.
I would go there. Honestly, I would get a table and have dessert at
I get an
Sci-Fi.
appetizer or something and sit there.
I think
I
I'd
mean,
just
I'll
go-
get the meal. I will, just to be real. Because guess what? Magic Kingdom food is not good. So if I'm going to Magic Kingdom, I'm eating somewhere a mediocre meal. So like, why would I not eat a mediocre meal? What I get, there are better options. That's why I really do hope that with Monstropolis coming and Harryhausen, suppose like, because they took out 2 restaurants in that area. And so I hope they're putting 2 back in, or if they're just like a sit down and a quick service.
Oh, I think they're going to be 2 in there. I have a feeling. I think they're.
But
they'll
in
definitely be a
Hollywood,
sit down.
yeah, in Hollywood Studios, I would like to see better. But talking about perfect day, as far as Magic Kingdom, when you said about Hollywood Studios, and I had said before, if it was MGM, absolutely on my list. Right now, the only way you're going to get me to say a perfect day, including Hollywood Studios, would be what is going to be happening this Sunday at Festival of Friends, is just hanging out with my friends at Baseline. That would be a
I
perfect
was
day to
getting to
me.
that. I was getting.
But I'm
to that.
saying
Yeah.
I don't need, and nothing else there screams perfect day to me. Like
No,
it
I'm
doesn't
just
mean
saying
anyone's
at
wrong.
that park. What's the perfect
Or
scenario of it?
Jollywood. I loved Jollywood.
Yeah.
The vibe there, because it was old school MGM. But for me, it would either be Magic Kingdom or Epcot primarily would jump to my mind as far as I could create a perfect day. It doesn't mean I'm going to have a bad day at Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom. Again, I hanging out at Nomad, hitting the bars. But as far as like with my son, really it'd be Magic Kingdom first and foremost. But also there are some great rides at Epcot, that we could do. But that's why it's such an interesting topic. And again, shout out to, I don't think we said it yet, but Crystal was the one that suggested this on our post where we asked people to drop topics. So thoughtful, magical mama, Crystal, saying design your perfect Epcot, our perfect Disney day. Um, so I do love hearing what your take on it is versus my take, because there are some places I know we would overlap.
Well, I would continue with mine going into Galaxy's Edge, but going to Ronto's Roasters because I get my Ronto wrap. Like, I love that from the time I first went there. I'm like, that's like a must do for me. I know people make fun of the blue milk and green milk stuff. They're like, how it tastes and all. Like, the blue milk might smell and taste like tanning lotion, but I like it. So I'll get that, like some
That's
vodka.
Brianna's favorite thing. She
And to be
loves
honest with you,
anything
it
that tastes like
depends on
something
how
delicious.
hot it is outside, because I don't necessarily like drink alcoholic stuff when it's hot. Like, I will go through, unless I'm at a sit down meal or something, but walking around the parks, I just do not do it because I'm like, I don't want to feel like crap. And not all my stuff is based around it, but I would definitely go through and get those because they're phenomenal. Um, but there's things like that I haven't done yet that I want to do because I haven't been with the right people. Like, I'd like to go to Woody's Roundup because I have not gotten there, and I am a barbecue person. You're the anti-barbecue. It's like Gina is the anti-barbecue person, does not like that, and that's fine.
And I don't dislike it. Like at the Derby the other day, I ate like roast beef sandwiches and whatever. If I can put horseradish on, it's fine. There's just no part of me that is ever going to say to you, you know what I could go for? Barbecue. Closest you're going to get is I made sloppy joes the other night. And that's, we used to call that barbecue when we were growing up.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to go, I could go for a brisket or pit beef or any of it. It's
Oh,
just
no,
not.
I think even that beef, like I was saying, you have like something that's smoked. It's not exactly the same thing with
But I
barbecue.
just mean like any of that shaved meat, pit beef, brisket, I put that all in the same category because I feel like it would all be served at the same
it all
restaurant.
sounds delicious.
Right. It's not for me.
Okay.
I don't hate it. I will eat it. If somebody served it, I'm not going to go, ooh, I can't eat this. It's not
But
like
I'm with
Caitlin
you on the
seafood.
baseline thing. So that's another part. Like Epcot, it's usually right outside Germany in that little area. You have the little seating area right in front of it. I will sit there for a while and drink my beer and just relax. And that's why one of the reasons I don't love the Lightning Lane stuff and the here it's picking time to go around. I'm like, if you want to get on stuff, I'm like, I've been so many times, I'm spoiled that way that I'm like, if I get on something, great, but I'm not with a child.
Right. It
Like,
does
so that's the
make a
thing,
big difference.
you have to have that kind of stuff to satisfy the needs of a child. And I get that. I was like, me
Or
being a
our
big
mother.
kid,
Or a
me
mother.
being
It's not
a
even
big
just
kid,
children.
I like to go and just kind of hang out and not have to worry about I have to be somewhere or just be like on a whim. Like when we went on a trip for your birthday one time, like we didn't have a ton of things planned. And we're sitting around like, hey, you want to go do this? You want to hop over here? I like the spur of the moment things. Oh, we can go over here. This has got a short wait. Okay. And you end up in those places just by happenstance. And you don't have to worry about planning it out. That's
Right.
why
And
I
that's
love
your version.
that's the vacation version of it. Before, like when I said I wanted to put some work into it, as far as doing like the lightning lanes or something. I'm like, I get people like to plan their vacation with it, but that to me is just like it's work. It's like I'm
But that's to
scheduled.
you. To some
Yeah.
other people,
That's why I
the-
said to
right.
me.
To the go with the flow is more stress to them because
Yeah.
they're like, I feel like we're not, especially people that don't go frequently, because they're like, I feel like I need to go in with a plan. Certain types of people are like, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're like, I want to go with a plan. Or for me, I like a little mix depending who I'm with. And it's not even as much as Mozzie as it is mom, because now that they've changed the DAS pass system, mom being on her feet or mom just sitting there, like that's a lot for her to have to sit in like an hour-long line. Even if she's in a chair, it's like mom might have to pee in that amount of time. So
And that's
that
the thing,
DAS
like you
pass,
can go to like some of the shows, whether it's the Beauty and the Beast show or something like that, and you're like, okay, same thing, Festival Lion King. Go in things where you can go and enjoy a show, whatever takes up a good amount of time.
I think also there's no wrong way to do Disney as long as you are enjoying yourself. If you are doing it in a way that you're stressed out, whether that's you're stressed because you have too many lightning lanes or you're stressed because you have none, then you're doing it wrong. But if you are, whatever makes you feel relaxed and enjoy your vacation, because some people are like, go, go, go. They're like, I love this. I want to, you've seen, I will never do that four park challenge unless it was specifically for the podcast. To me, going to 4 parks in one day doesn't sound fun.
I've done it by accident.
It doesn't sound fun to me because it just sounds like by the time I get there, I got to leave. And I never liked that about bar hopping. Like I like a really casual bar stroll, but when people get to a bar and they go, okay, well now it's time to leave. I'm like, but we just got here.
I got here's a point though. I'll
If
tell
you
you
can
this
walk
right now.
it, great.
It's
But if you
really
can get in cars and
that
move,
one, it's really not hard. Like that one's just not hard to me. And that's the thing. It's like if you look at it on a night where, like, let's say Magic Kingdom has extra hours, especially. Okay, if it's something where it's like, oh, Magic Kingdom's open until midnight. That's the easiest day to do, the 4 park challenge because Animal Kingdom opens up very early most of the time. You go in there, you start in there, you go there till about midday, like around like maybe 11 or 12. And you go through and you say, okay, I'm going to go over to Epcot or Hollywood Studios, either or, because you can go from one to the other, do that. And then towards the end, you can still watch fireworks from Epcot at like 9 p.m. or something and take a monorail out of there and go to Magic Kingdom and be in there for the last couple hours
I
on a
don't think
ride.
it's about whether it's hard. I was just saying, to me, it doesn't sound
But
appealing.
I'm just what I'm saying is it's not exhausting is what maybe I meant to say, because you could do it just by like I said, I've done it by accident because I'm like, okay, we got up, we were in Animal Kingdom earlier, same kind of thing proceeded to happen. So you go through and you're like, okay, this, that, and because you may have only stopped over and said, oh, I want to go grab something we want to grab like one ride over at Hollywood Studios when somebody wanted to go on a rock and roller coaster or something. Okay, let's go do this. You're like, well, there's nothing else we want to do here. Okay, we'll go over to Epcot, walk around a little bit, and then you like see fireworks. But again, everybody does things different. That's why it's individual to what your perfect scenario is. I think as far as Animal Kingdom, my perfect day at Animal Kingdom is really quite simple because literally I will go there, get in, probably grab something small to eat somewhere. I might go up to Tusker House or something and do their like little buffet kind of deal, and then proceed my way to Nomad and sit in Nomad probably the entire day. I would sit in there, talk to the bartender. And again, it's not all about drinking, but it's just a nice vibe in there that it feels like you're at a resort bar kind of thing. Sit there, talk to some people, meet people that come in. I love doing that. You know, I'm Gabby anyway. So do that and then maybe go to Tiffin's for like dinner. And then after that, I can just pretty much leave the park. I may add the safari in there somewhere because I do love the safari. I think it's still one of the most incredible things they've put in there because figure all these animals and all, it's just wild to be able to see them, no pun intended. But it's just, I think that's a very simple one because obviously I love Flight of Passage and all, and sitting right there, I'd probably go, but it all depend on the line. That'd be for me. What about you, Animal Kingdom?
Animal Kingdom for me, if we're talking a perfect day, would be getting safari, decent temperature, that it's not like wicked hot in the park that day, and seeing all the best animals on the safari, getting to see the lion roar and all that. That all sounds pretty perfect to me.
I've seen that. That's awesome.
I do obviously really enjoy sitting at Nomad, but I'm not going to be able to keep Mozzie entertained at Nomad for a long time. So that would again be like if it was a perfect Disney Adults Day, but the family day. I love the Finding Nemo show. I think that is so cute. It's been a long time since I've seen the Lion King show, and people always talk, how much they loved it. But I feel like when they moved it, I liked it better where it was like before when they moved locations of it. But Animal Kingdom for me, and we talk about how people say it's a half-day park and it's not. I do think though, when you are with small children, especially right now that Dino Land is gone, it is a half-day park if you have small children. Like there's not enough to keep them occupied for a full day there, unless the lines are crazy long. You could be in and out in half a day.
Give me the tropical Americas will help that.
Right, which is again down the road. So for me, a perfect day at Animal Kingdom probably would be a day of just hanging out with my friends. It would be a Disney adult day there. That would be more ideal for me. Now, obviously, I love watching Mom get so excited about the.
I had a great time. We were all there with our Disney friends the last time we were.
For sure.
Like,
and
it's just feel happy
beautiful at night. It is so beautiful at night. The show on the tree is gorgeous. Pandora at night is beautiful. It is. That's one that I'd really love to experience in insanely low crowds. Like insanely low crowds. I think Animal Kingdom would just be great to wander, because the older I get, the more I'm about that slow stroll places and be like, okay, now obviously with Mom's mobility
stop and smell the roses kind of thing. That's the mentality.
And just because there's so many things when I get back from a trip, even as many times I've gone, I'm like, oh, I didn't do that, or oh, I've never seen that, or I've never stopped.
You'd be like
there.
me, crap, I forgot.
Yeah, I'd like
every time I go somewhere.
I'd like to slow down more and just stroll and take it easy and chill out. And I think that makes for a beautiful day at the park. And, obviously no altercations with crappy people that have bad attitudes.
I thought when you said before, it's a perfect day, obviously staying in the Cinderella suite. Like, yes, if we can do that, but it's a perfect scenario. Be like, I just won a contest and I'm staying there. Yeah. I wouldn't sleep. I think that's another thing I would say into this.
So
if I got that,
being in the park
if I think you're not allowed out. I think they just
they lock you in. That scares me.
Yeah. So you're like, can't come out. You're like, but can you come in? So how do you know I'm not in this little hot tub? But I think if I stayed there, I wouldn't sleep. Like, I know I'm staying there, so I'd take like a long nap, and the whole night I'd just be doing things.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to sleep away.
I'm like, I would not sleep. I have my next night hotel room, and I'm like,
all night,
sleep all day. I don't care.
That sounds
erase it, worth it, worth every second. Yeah. But I'd film everything in there.
Yeah, but I think for me, for sure, number one to make it perfect is who I'm with. Number one, I've taken vacations with lots of different people. Unfortunately, it's been pleasant. with pretty much everyone I've ever been with. But there are differences between when you go with your friends and when you go with your family and which part of your family you go with because everyone does different Disney differently, even in your family.
Mm.
And I think the time of the year that you go there, the weather, crowds number one. I mean, beyond family is like crowds just can really
Mhm.
put a poo on
See,
the
I'd
trip.
love to do a staycation, like where at there, like when you stay at the resort, and whether it be Grand Floridian or Boardwalk, my two
Mhm.
choices for that, because you can get like a very large room, so you get a bunch of people, and you go in there, you play
Mhm.
games, you do this, you maybe go out to eat on the boardwalk, or you go out to eat like around
That's
like
pretty much
Disney
what I just
Springs,
did this past
and
January.
I love that because I
Mhm.
feel like you get a lot of time with your family.
Yeah.
And that could be good or bad depending on the scenarios. Like I said, the ideal is who you're with. Like, so as long as everybody's
Yeah.
in a great mood, and you
For
can't be in
sure.
a bad mood in Disney, but
Yeah.
I guess
Kind of
people
got to
can.
leave stuff behind. If you're bringing it with you to Disney,
Yeah,
like,
you're doing it
what's the
wrong.
point? Like, why? Like, if when you bring something, you feel the need to use it. So if you're bringing BS, you're bringing, tension, you're bringing fights, beef, whatever, you're going to feel the need to use it because why'd you bring it otherwise? Right.
Yeah.
So I do think that those things but if I could go back in time and visit Disney in a different decade, I really would
Late
love to
80s
be
into
there.
early
Late
90s.
80s, early 90s when Future World was at its prime, the mid 90s when MGM was at its best.
They need to
Like
bring back, like, not Journey into
the
Water, but
magic.
the water. Yeah, well, the water element they had in Epcot, they should have kept that. Like, just the fountains and all. 'Cause it was
Foundations.
dude, it was so good. It was so good. And
There's
like, that
just
was
I
something that
said,
was just a big cornerstone of things. But
yeah, it's just
I feel
lost
like
a
it's sad
little
that
of
it's gone.
it's just that whole half has just lost its cohesion. And it was
I mean,
it's
there's things I do enjoy. I don't mind. I'm not saying I'm against the new, like what would have been Future World, whatever they're calling
the
it now.
individual
I just feel like
attractions.
again they put it out there. It was supposed to look completely different with the roof with like greenery
Like,
on it and all that stuff. Yeah,
mhm,
all that stuff. They just didn't come through with it,
right.
and now it's kind of a little disjointed. They have a
That's
lot of room. I
yeah.
do like the addition of outside seating areas and stuff where it
Mhm.
actually feels like a park. You're just playing a place to sit because that's what it was missing
Yeah.
before. You couldn't find a place to sit. I like the stage over at the Communicore Plaza or whatever. I love that. I was like, I love that because you go up there, you got live music, people are dancing, that kind of stuff.
I
I
like the
dig.
individual pieces. I don't like it as a whole.
Yeah.
Compared to previous Future World. Future World previously felt like a really cohesive unit. It really was like even down to the little individual
I
logos.
still
each
couldn't figure out
pavilion
which
had.
Communicore I was in.
It felt like one whole picture. And now it feels like a lot of individual concepts and not a lot of cohesion. And that's just mainly my take with it that I miss about what it used to be.
Those were the days.
They really were.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I'm like I'm sure
Less
they'll
cell
get back
phone.
to certain things, but they won't.
I did see a thing saying that at least in Disneyland, they're trying to make it where you don't need your phone as much as part of your Disney experience.
Yeah, it should
And
be
that will be
because
interesting because they're also phasing out magic bands in Disneyland. They're saying they're harder and harder. So I wonder what the next thing is going to be if it's just using your phone. Because how can you say in one breath you won't need to use your phone as much, and then the next breath be, but you'll use your
well,
phone instead
the
of a magic band.
the NFC
that'll
kind
be
of stuff and everything else to
Right.
access stuff. I mean, I don't see them phasing it out completely because they make a ton of money on magic bands. I'm sure and
Yeah.
it's not expensive technology, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's
Because remember, they used to be free. Then it was like discounted. Then it was like, nope, you can buy it. And then it was like, so.
yeah. There's a lot of things they can polish up on. I'm sure over time and kind of
Obviously.
get right. But for me, I don't know. They've I think with the addition to the new park things or whatever, like Villains Land, whatever else.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Sorry, this Flexerol is kicking in, and I'm like, like this, I'm a zombie. Look at Josh; he's all hopped
That's
up
okay.
on the
I feel
on,
terrible you've
on
been in
pills.
so much pain. That's so
Yeah, but it is what it is. Now, as we've gone through this, I think we talked about each park pretty much. Like Magic Kingdom, you kind of covered what your day was in Magic Kingdom. Mine would be very probably simple in that respect. Probably have something like, go over. I'd have my Dole Whip. I'd have to have that as part of it. I have to have my rides I need to ride, like Haunted Mansion being number one. And Jungle Cruise has actually creeped up my list a lot more next. I just love the nostalgic feeling of that. And I love that ride in general. So those two. And then eventually, like, I haven't been on the new Thunder Mountain because it just opened, but I want to go onto
yeah, me
that.
too.
I would like to get on there, and then Pirates. I'm like, those are the ones that are like must dos for me in there.
Mhm.
The other things, yeah, if I can get on it, but I'm like, obviously, other than the Wedway and Carousel Progress, so you can loop those kind of things in. Great. I mean, if I can add Tron or one of those other rides in there, That's cool. I probably would get like the corn dog nuggets from like Casey's. I would steer clear of everybody holding a cheeseburger spring roll because I'm like,
Yeah.
which I will at some point make a recipe and put it up and be like, here's how you make a proper cheeseburger spring roll. Because you remember when we went out to eat the other day and it was like a Philly cheesesteak, like egg roll or something. And I was like, this is delicious. I'm like, I have nothing against the concept.
Mm-hmm.
The execution I was against. Texture, everything's got to hit on all points. So that being said, can we do some shout outs here? Hold on. My computer acting funny. We will do our shout out. Shout it out loud. All right. Yes. I want to go first on this. I'm going to give a shout out to Quirky Mouse right here.
Yes.
This is my See You Later, Sally Slater shirt. I love it. You know what? It's great quality. It's feels good. It's in all the right places.
Yeah.
Gets me all happy and
a Festival of Friends sponsor.
And Festival of Friends
Yes.
sponsoring.
Great designs from her. She's a super sweet person as well. And just really just kind of dreaming up ideas. She likes what we always say, like the if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Like not obviously Disney stuff. You kind of have to like take a second look or know already to understand it, which I really appreciate. So definitely check out the Quirky Mouse on Instagram and her website and all the places, obviously. Speaking of small shop shout outs, I want to always acknowledge the things that I'm wearing from small shops in the episodes. So this headband is from 1953 Designs. My earrings are from Magic Studio 28. My shirt is not from a recent shop, but this is my favorite Disney shirt of all time. It's got Winnie the Pooh and it says I love carbs. And then my watch band and my DVC cup that I love are from Maddie on Main Street. And she is also a Festival of Friends sponsor. My personal shout out I want to give though, speaking of Festival of Friends, is Kyle from Main Street Collective.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a rock star. That guy is just, I've not met a single person on the Disney community that doesn't hear his name come up and just talk about how much they love him. He has a podcast with Yoho Daddio, Disney Dadcast, if you haven't checked it out. But just such a stellar guy. We're so excited he agreed to produce the shirts for Festival of Friends, and he's attending Festival of Friends. I think he's the only sponsor other than Missy that will be in attendance, which is really
there
exciting.
Might be one or two more, yeah.
So I'm just very, very happy to know him and to call him our friend. So I just can't give him enough shout out. So please make sure you're following Main Street Collective. And we do also
Kyle
have
is awesome. I go back and forth with him texting and I know he's excited to do this. He's a veteran. I always love being able to involve some good people into what we're doing. And I think this first event, as we're talking about it, is going to be a lot of fun. And there'll probably be a little bit of FOMO going on out there. I'm not saying because, we're the greatest people in the world, but just we know what's gone into it and just being around people, even if we did nothing and everybody was just in a group just meeting up, I think we just have a blast and things would naturally happen because that's what they do. Like, you're like, what are you going to do? I'm like, we don't know. Sky's the limit. Let's go and let's get this done.
Let's go.
But I always feel like it's going to be, like better than we even think it's going to. I mean, I try to be, this is going to suck. And then I'm like, I'm surprised it's not.
It's a great group of people. Their energy is setting the tone, and I appreciate that greatly.
Absolutely. Now, G, tell everybody at home where they could find us.
Right here. I'm in this chair. See you there. If you would like to find us in between episodes, first, let me tell you that you can find us on TikTok and Instagram at BBT Magic Podcast. We're also on Facebook for the dinosaurs. We also have a website, bringbackthemagicpodcast.com. Check it out. Josh blogs on there. And if you are watching us right now, it means you're watching on YouTube, as I said at the beginning of the episode. So follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Nope. Josh's flexor all is kicking in. Subscribe. Hit the notification.
Yes, it jump bodies in a very Freaky Friday
just
vibe.
Freaking go to our website. All the info's there. That saves you the trouble. Bring Back the Magic Podcast. Just click the link. It's fine.
Oh my
Nailed
God.
it.
Jeez. And I want to remind everybody that this episode is brought to you by
Flexerol.
Choice Fine Art. Go to choicefineart.com, do some selections or go through some selections of some Disney art from Star Wars artists to Disney artists to contemporary artists on there too. And they're Choice Contemporary, where you can go through the likes of Salvador Dali, Matisse, and Andy Warhol. Some really cool things in there. They make a ton of great things, and you can always find something you like. So you can scan that QR code and give them a look-see. But thank you for being a sponsor of Festival of Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company.
To two more listeners.
Yeah. Thanks for being us, guys. No, thank you all for joining us. Please watch your head and step as you exit the podcast, and we will see you next time.
Bring back the magic for all to see. Together we'll discover all the joy and glow. In every story, there's a little bit of gold. Join our podcast adventure, let the magic unfold.